days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, right at you. You give me something to believe in, just what I needed. You're the closest.
So this has to be our course of action. When there are people in our community who have gotten a free pass because they were famous, and we like their music, or we like what they appeared in on television or whatever, or we think they're cute. It's time for us to like be adults and tell them to shut the F up. If they don't, you ain't been talking politics. Why do we listen to these people? So I'm going to play the Jermaine Dupri. I'm going to play a little bit of the clip because it's way too long. Like, why do you think? And again, I hate this. Everybody's got a microphone. Everyone does not deserve to have a microphone. At least of all, somebody that cheated on Janet Jackson. Like, how did you
fumble that bag, bro?
How did you do
that? I'll never understand.
Have no credibility. Like, if you would do that, I don't trust your judgment. Period. I'm not following you for anything. All right, play the clip.
Yo, out here getting these 5 miles in, as you see me do every day. Real quick, I want to talk about the DNC. I feel like the DNC has been going amazing, but I also feel like tonight, Kamala Harris has a pretty difficult job, right? And it's interesting because the Republican correspondent that's been doing the roundup after the DNC has ended, he asked the question that I kind of asked Kamala when we had our second meeting. If, the fact that she's in office right now, she's in the White House right now. And the guy, he said, what makes y'all believe that she's going to get this stuff done if she becomes president and she's already in the House? And it's a tricky question.
It's not a tricky question. You're a trick.
Did he say
it's not a tricky question? So here's the problem number one. I didn't watch any of these DNC nights through the lens of any cable outlet. I watched it on C-SPAN.
Okay. Yeah.
I watched it on C-SPAN. Why?
I saw it on YouTube.
I don't want to hear the interviews and other people. So he said a Republican. So he's telling us where he's getting his news.
Mm-hmm.
A Republican pundit said, and it wasn't like on MSNBC or CNN. It was like you were watching Fox, or you were watching some Republican-led outlet who's going to question everything that Kamala Harris does. Well, Roger Barrow just told you her influence. First of all, she wasn't president, so she ain't making no laws or pushing anything through. But the president only signs off on what Congress does. So let's understand civics. First of all, anything that you want to get done comes through Congress. There are executive orders, of course. You can push and apply pressure like they did on the pharmaceutical companies, like they did with the student loan debt. But those were programs that were already in place that the Biden-Harris administration activated. We just had an expert on yesterday to talk about these student loan forgiveness things were already there. They just were dormant, and nobody was pushing it out to have people fill out the forms to get their money, right? And then the Supreme Court tried to block a lot of it. But like you said, maternal health, reproductive health, student loan debt forgiveness, even insulin. These things were not things that Biden ran on. These were things influenced by his vice president, who couldn't make the laws because she couldn't sign things in executive order because she wasn't president, but it had an impact. And she's got a slate of things. Matter of fact, a very smart person, Mark Cuban, who I actually do think reads and knows some stuff. This is what he tweeted out. He said, Kamala Harris is not falling in line with Democratic Party policies. Kamala Harris is defining her own policies, and the Democratic Party is falling in line with her. She is literally redefining the party.
Yes.
That alone, everybody complaining about two wings and one bird. This woman Nancy Pelosi had to everybody, Obama, everybody had to get in line. Everybody. Yes. Had to get in line.
And I appreciate them getting in line, right? Because we ain't got time for no mess. But also, she's leading. You know, like when she got up there and talked about Palestine, like they didn't like all week on Twitter anyway. People were like, "Well, they got to have somebody speak. If they don't have somebody speak, well," and it never crossed anybody's mind. Maybe she gonna speak on it. Maybe she got something to say. It's not necessarily about like someone else's issue. It's the next president's issue to handle. So I would like to know what she thinks about it. And so it's been interesting because that's something that I feel like they would have said, don't say that. You know, like yes. If you like the party brass, if they had their druthers, they would be like, maybe don't even touch that topic. That's just one of those ones where we gonna end the week. Some people will be upset that we didn't talk about it. But it's better for those few people to be upset than for you to talk about it. And now everybody got an opinion. And apparently she said F that. And she went out there and talked about it. So like, right. You're seeing these moments from her that are clearly like, you know, her pushing stuff of her own. But I just think it's interesting that, because here's what I think is happening with Jermaine Dupri and many others. It's either, obviously they could be an op. I'm not saying he is, but that's just, these are the deductions I have to make.
Meaning a paid operative for the opponent.
Yeah. They could be an op. I'm not saying they all are.
Yeah.
But the second one is, and I think this is probably more likely, brother, it's the first time you thought about it. Don't come to us like it's the first time like you bringing up a new point to us. Bro, we been here. We know. So you coming to us like, has anybody thought, how come she can't just do it? She the vice president. Why she can't just do it? It's like, I don't know, because they don't have the numbers in the House anymore. Because they barely had a majority in the Senate. She's also the vice president that's passed the most legislation ever because she broke all these damn tie-breaking votes at 51 votes. So, like, maybe you should have paid some attention, and then you come back to us more informed rather than to act like you popped up late at the party and was like, how come ain't nobody order a pizza? Brother, the pizza's on the way. We been here. You late. Not us. So
actually, this is the second round of pizzas. You missed the first round. These are gonna have pepperoni and stuff. We had some with some pineapples on it. And somebody ate them because they were greedy. Yeah, no, I mean, to your point, 866-801-8255. We're in a moment where being informed it's like it's embarrassing almost that you 50-something-year-old grown man out here talking about things. You look so ignorant.
And you could have asked questions. Like I don't judge anybody that's legitimately has questions. So like he could have popped up on there and said, hey y'all, I've been thinking about some things. I have some questions. How come she can't pass this stuff already if her and Biden are in power? Hit me up. Right. Let me know. Fam, no problem with that. I know some people will judge you for not knowing. I'm not one of them. I will absolutely be like, okay, I'm glad you asked. I saw that happen with an NFL player the other day. He asked some question, people jumped in his stuff. I said, he don't know. What we all start with not knowing. So you can't, let's not jump in him and assume he's a bad faith actor. The ones who are bad faith actors always reveal themselves because they get the information and then they keep acting. So like, I would have liked to see that from Jermaine, but yeah, hopefully they get him together and hopefully his ego is small, isn't so huge that he won't accept new information.
It should be anyway. Proud size. And I say this, you know, that Jermaine Dupri is an avatar for the problematic way in which we engage with politics. The people that were mad that Beyonce didn't show up, it wasn't a concert. It's your future. It's about your freedoms. You know, honestly, like we should know more.
I know they didn't do it, but honestly, if I would have found out that they put that rumor out there and lied to everybody on purpose, I would have loved it. That's going low. Do that.
Yeah.
Fool these fools into watching the stuff that matters. Beyonce gonna be singing the same songs for the rest of her life, dog. You only get one go around with these policies, dog. Like I don't think they did, but man, if somebody would have been in the background, like send out the tweet, I would have dapped that person up that night. Like, thank you. Cause they gonna tune in for this now.
Yes.
My days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, right believe in just what I needed. You're the closest.